Good morning. Welcome. Good morning and then welcome to another live stream. My name is Franco. This is Trading Futures Live. And I'll spend the next 2 to 3 hours here with you. Trading and looking at the market and planning strategy. Okay? Before we start, please I need to remind you that trading is inherently risky and you can lose all your capital. So please don't take my trades. I do this for my own accountability and for educational purposes. With that being said, morning, Edgars. Morning, all. With that being said, let's dive right in to the economic calendar because we do have a pretty busy week. So we had some numbers coming out of Europe. Nothing very impactful to say. A manufacturing PMI on the UK came better than expected. Still a contracting, like a this is a contracting number. If it's below 50, that means that the sector is contracting, is not growing, right? If it's above 50, then the sector is growing, whatever we're measuring in these PMI numbers. Okay, so yeah, we did have these expectations, but even though the expectation was lower, still below 50. Okay. Red Book already came out, and then we have manufacturing PMI at 945, and then we're gonna have JOLTS job opening. This is the big number that we are looking at today. And then we have ISM manufacturing PMI at 10 a.m. as well. Okay. After that, I don't think we have much. No. All right. Today, we do have JOLTS job opening. This is an indicator that the Fed is following very closely. And it'll put some volatility in the markets. Okay, tomorrow is a big day. FOMC rates decision. If we Google CME Group rate hike probability, we can check this. So here's the thing. Here's why I think the market is rallying a little bit. Okay, if you see here, do you guys? The market is kind of weird, right? Like 1 day ago, we had 86%. Meaning that this is yesterday, right? But a week ago, we did have 96% expectations that like 75 basis point is going to be the rate hike. Okay. I don't know why this jumped from 3.8 to 13.5. Still not very meaningful. Like this is going to be the decision. But if you see how it jumped, right, in 1 week. Okay. So that's what I think the market is trying to price in, the possibility of probably a dovish Fed tomorrow. Not only a dovish, but probably 50 basis point. At this point, I don't think so. Like it's close to 90% that 0.75% is going to be the hike that they're going to decide. But nevertheless, the decision is being made between today and tomorrow. Okay. We won't have any summary of economic projections, so we will need to bring up the report that came out the last Fed meeting in September. I will be doing that live tomorrow at 2 in the afternoon, like 1 to 2 or something. We can do a live stream so we can share together. Now, I don't think Lula. If it's for Lula, I think the market will tank big time. But all right, so let's jump into the dollar. If we see the daily chart, Still in a rally mode. The dollar hasn't. It broke this pivot here, but I don't think this is a major pivot. For me to turn my perspective on the dollar to the negative side, it'll have to do something like this. Like come back down, break these two pivots, and then come back up and actually start dropping from here. Okay. But if you see the long term outlook for the dollar is still bullish. I think it's gonna change eventually, and that's where we need to be ready for. Okay. Either way, we know we are in a high time frame supply from 2000 to 2002. So I am expecting the dollar to spend a good amount of time in this area, right? Between 110, 115, 110, 115. Probably the rest of the year. Into the next year also. Who knows? It spent 2 years the last time it came to this level. Okay. All right, so the dollar is dropping today. Even though the dollar is dropping and it's coming off of this like high quality area, a lot of sideways movement from like basically the entire month, right? Like 2 or 3 weeks of trading here. All right. We came here to the supply that we had yesterday, and here was when this was going down to this demand. That was my short in the NQ, right? And then when it came here was my long on the ES. Okay. And I was always favoring the long because the dollar was in a supply. So I said, all right, if this thing goes beyond the blue line, that's where I'm gonna try the long, and the supply worked. It's still working, but at this point, I don't consider this a high quality demand. Do you see how it came here, filled the entire area? We managed to close here. We gapped up on Sunday. So at this point, I'm more inclined to a short on the dollar, right? But for me to short on the dollar, I don't have a high quality in this area. I don't have any high quality supply. I'm gonna show you why. All right. So first of all, I cannot ignore this area. Okay. First of all, I cannot ignore this area, but I won't be taking any short in the equity markets here. Okay. So instead, I would like to see if the dollar comes here and start creating some formations in a very important time, meaning 10 a.m. or something, because we do have the job reports, right? JOLTS job opening report coming out at 10. So if at 10 in the morning, we hold this area and we start to see formations, meaning a rally-based rally on the 5 minutes, even in the 3 minutes, right? I will be more inclined to say, all right, this demand is going to work. But I don't want to rely onto this demand how it is right now. Why? I did have it here, and it already came inside the demand and basically filled up all the orders. You guys see 1, 2, 3, like too many times right here. All right. I remember this day we were shorting the markets here. So for me, the strategy is come here. If it holds during the report and start creating some sort of formations to the upside, then yes, I will be more inclined for the dollar to go back up, right? But on the supply side for today, it's pretty hard to get a supply. If you guys see, and this is very important because yesterday I realized that now Europe is changed their time last Sunday, so now the London Open is at 4 in the morning, right? No, it's not at 3 anymore for this entire week. Then we're gonna change time this Sunday, and then everything will come back to normal, right? But I want to see where 4 a.m. is. All right, so here it is. Oh, there you go, the blue line. I already put it there. So this is the open from London right here. So I would consider this entire area, right, for a continuation to the downside. Now the geometry and the location is not there. The geometry of the zone is not good. I would say like this drop, base, and a drop, but we don't have a huge leg out. The leg out is right here, and then there's no follow through. Immediately came back to this area. The geometry is not good. Location wise, not good either. So if we have a comeback on the dollar here, right, is going to be my long setup on the equity markets, but I'm not very enthusiastic, okay? I'm not very enthusiastic on today's trading range, because the dollar, even though it's moving down, the demand is right here, but it's already tested, and the supply is not high quality supply, and we are far from the high quality supply right here. You see that, the blue line? So I need to rely more in price action real time today. And we might get a choppy market as well too, just because of tomorrow's Fed meeting. The difference is that we have some news coming out, like we have job, ISM, manufacturing PMI, and so. Yeah, this Sunday is when we change times. Morning, Beto. All right, so the demand on the dollar, even though it's there, I won't rely on it like how it is right now. I will wait for some formations to be created. And on the supply side, I have this one, 110.97. Like I said, the formation is not in good location. I don't have good pivots. Like you could say, all right, 1, 2, and then here, all right, a continuation to the downside. But the location is not good, right? And the geometry of the zone is not good either. Okay, so let's. All right, same story with the bond yields. Yesterday we did have this supply right here. We just came here at 10. Sorry, in the afternoon, and then we're dropping from there. Now this demand, same story. Already tested completely. I won't rely on this one. So I will be more inclined to rates, for rates to continue to go down, right? Up to probably 3.67 right here. It's a good high quality demand. It's been working. We do have a lot of reliability. Like I do like this area location wise, and the formations is very good. And when it came here, it didn't go very deep into it, like a couple times, but not very deep, right? And the second time didn't go below this recent created pivot right here. So this is my preferred demand on the rates, bond yields, sorry. Like, I don't I look at this a few times during the day. I'm not stick to this chart as I am in the dollar. I think it's very hard to be precise in this chart. Okay, it's too big. The way it behaves is very particular. Okay, so I just want to see. All right, it's coming off of supply, and if it's coming there, I would just assume that it's gonna go to my next area. And I will come back from time to time, okay? The main driver for me is the dollar. All right, the VIX. This is the one that is telling us the market has some more room to go up, right? I did put this blue line because this is a support line that I had yesterday. This is a very low time frame. This is 1 hour, but let's go to the daily. Is clearly collapsing. Okay. Now we do have all these pivots, all this support that was created here. It can still work, but I won't be accounting for that. Okay, if we go back to the lower time frame, let's put 1 hour. We'll put the drawings on. You have all these weeks, okay? All these weeks. At this point, I remember this day, during these days, I was expecting this to continue to the downside. So it's healthy just to say that we haven't crossed the area yet, right? I would expect that the VIX is gonna go through this, but until it does, I wouldn't take it away. I will be aware of this area, okay? All right, 2 more minutes, and then what is this? Crude oil. Just crude oil, real quick to the daily. We did have these demands right here: low probability, higher probability, and we are off of it. I have said that here I don't consider to be a lot of supply, even though we rejected these prices, but 2 days after we're back to this level. So at this time, I don't think there's a good amount of supply right here, especially with this day coming in. Okay, sorry, this day that we came into the zone, right? Sorry. I would assume that crude oil has more room to go to 92.50, and even this one is not a very good supply because of the we already came into the supply and we rejected to the downside. We rejected to the downside. Now we do have this trend line. I will be paying attention to this. Okay, I don't know why. Probably this trend line tends to hold. So if it holds again, I will reevaluate my outlook on crude oil. Okay. Real quick for metals. So this tells me that probably the dollar has a more downside. But what I can say about gold has a supply that is being created right there. It's been very choppy the last 2 weeks. But I do think gold is developing some supply right there, and silver as well. Not so much in copper. So copper has been just choppy. Okay, I don't have something that is high quality around this area. Okay, so that means that if we have supply in gold, that could translate in a demand in the dollar. And I know the dollar has some demand. It's a little bit below of where it is right now, but the dollar has a lot of demand right there. Okay, close by. Okay, metals are going up. This is just because of the dollar. Okay, so we're off. The market is just opening. All right, let's close this chart and move to the live trading window. Okay, I'm gonna change this to my account now because I took a winning trade on the ES yesterday. This doesn't mean anything regarding my trading strategy with the ES. I will need to collect a lot more data though. All right, so we briefly crossed the overnight high on the NQ. Oh, who was that? Rhythmic and Ninja Train. Who did you email? Rhythmic or your broker or the funding company? Oh, cool. So probably they had the issue. You know what? I think it's worth just to wait till um 10 in the morning for the JOLTS job report. Unless we have something that is real meaningful. Um, I need to check if my one up is restricted by that report. I don't remember. One up trader. All right. After I am funded, I want to see my rules. All right. Look, it looks like the dollar is in some sort of supply right there. Consistency, profit target. After I am funded. Hmm. All right, doesn't look like it's something that is gonna be restricted. So that's good. That's good, Sokernatic. All right, a little bit of choppiness right there. All right, I'll show you where my demand is on the pre-market. Remember, do not take pre-market's limit order. So here's my NQ. Here's my NQ pre-market demand. It's 524. I don't take them limit order. If I were to take this, it has to be confirmation with the dollar internals and everything aligned. And here it is for the ES. The ES is 3905 to 3898. Okay, so here's my pre-market demand on the ES. RTY is really bearish. It's really bearish. Now NQ is holding pretty nicely. YM is the bullish one. It has been for the entire month of October. It went up like 14%. Thank you, brother. 703. Yeah. Slowly but steady, right? So my bias on the equity markets is neutral today, especially because tomorrow we have FOMC. It's not unusual that we could chop for the rest of the day after the report at 10 in the morning. So I say that, and we could have a trending day plus 3%, but it's not very likely. I am certainly not expecting that. So we have been very bullish on the overnight. Yeah, how much are we going up? Like one plus 1%. Yeah. Like R2Y is the one retracing the most. All right. Now it's 37. Let's take a look at the internals. So tick chart up and up, very positive. Now it's going back down. Same story for the ADQD, but the ADQD is holding pretty nicely. And tick chart hasn't even gotten to the zero line. I do use NinjaTrader. All right, so we do have news at 9:45 and then at 10, right? All right, how is the volume though? Wow, volume is very light. Volume is very, very light today. I would say like 20% lighter, 25% probably. Yeah. And it does make sense. It does make sense. The big event is tomorrow in the afternoon. I'll put it on after the news. But look, I think I got hit with copyright for the first day, copyright claims for a couple of songs that we played, and I couldn't just get rid of it. I had to shut down the video. It was not affecting the channel, but I had to delete the video, and I have to edit it. Let's see if during the weekend I can edit it and then repost it. On the second day we had the music. I did have some copyright issues, but no claims. Like they acknowledge that I used the songs, but they were not restricted. But I think that affects me either way. No, I do use this website called Epidemic Sound. I do have this website is called Epidemic Sound. It's copyright free music. But if I want to monetize, I don't know how that works. I need to do some research. All right, so tick chart looks very bullish. Tick chart looks very bullish. It hasn't gotten to the zero line. So what we need is just a retracement and the dollar in some sort of area so we can long this thing. Now, for me, it doesn't make sense, but this is just me speculating. Doesn't make sense that the market is gonna break any high quality supply like 600-700 before the FOMC, right? That's why I'm not very aggressive today. I just I want to find high quality areas so I can take one or two trades today. I'm from Venezuela. All right, what are you guys thinking? Um, what are you guys thinking? Long or short? Short. Yeah. Um, Big news tomorrow, so we might chop. Yesterday was chop fest. Um, we didn't have like good movements. The short was 600. Yeah, certainly is holding. That's the gap. We gapped down on Sunday. So we filled up the gap and then we're dropping from there. Now the dollar is in the middle. So in the meantime, while the dollar is in the middle, I'm just stay put. I just want a high probability trade. I think I will have some high probability trade. So it is 10 seconds for the news for the manufacturing PMI. And then we will have ISM manufacturing PMI and the JOLTS job opening at 10. So there's no rush. We will have some volatility in a few minutes. There goes your signal, sucker. All right. So the report came out. A lot better than expected. Above 50. 50.4. That's good. And market's dropping. That's why you cannot make sense of it. You cannot make sense of this. Like, you cannot see the reports and make a decision. Number one, humans are not fast enough to make decisions because we do have a lot of machines trading these reports. That's number one. And number two, it doesn't make sense. Like, if we did have a better than expected report and the market is dropping. That's why I stopped trying to make sense off of this thing. Yo, are you gonna short? Why you like the YM so much? Wow, and the YM is very bullish. I mean, he has been. Now we could have the case that we drop in November, right? We went up on in October, then we drop in November. But bro, I'm so bad trading the YM. Oh my god, I have very bad like I have ugly, ugly recollections of of the YM. I'm just not good at it. I haven't put in the work either. All right, ADQD is now showing some sign of weakness, but it's very shallow. It hasn't moved. It hasn't moved. It's really shallow. Now regarding the tick chart, I don't have a divergence, but it's creating lower highs. All right, if the dollar gets to this level and is still inside this area, I might take this confirmation. But I need the dollar to go up a little bit. Now the tick chart is diverging. Now the tick chart is diverging to the long side. So we created this low right here. This low right here is 46. So 46 is right here. And then created this new low and the tick chart didn't. Right, so that's a bullish signal right there. But the dollar is not in position. The dollar is not in my supply. And we still have 15 minutes for the most important news to come out. Yeah. So I want to see if I have a profit potential here, because here's the deal. Oh, on 3, that's the thing. Look at that. 3 is beyond the supply zone that I have here. 3 to 1, I mean. Let's see if we have some divergence here. Another divergence on the tick chart. See that 3. Have to go for this 2.5. So the dollar is approaching. What time is it? So I will have 8 minutes to hit to the target. Yeah, at this point, tick chart is too like exhausted to the upside. And I will have to readjust this. It's gonna be 3. mm. All right, so here's the deal. Is a 7-minute retracing to the upside. Dollar hasn't gotten to the supply yet. It's close. All right, so the dollar is right there. A tick chart. Tick chart is not beautiful, but it's diverging. So, all right, so I have the order. Let's see if we break to the upside, we're gonna be in this trade. So this 7-minute candle that we just had was higher volume than the open. So that tells me there's a lot of conviction to the downside. So the dollar is in the supply created at London. What time is it? I'm gonna have to hit my target in 5 minutes. That's not realistic. So yeah, I just canceled the order. I do think it has the potential to come back up, but I will have to hit the target before the 10 in the morning news report. I don't think it's realistic for me to take this trade. Yeah. The long is setting up right there. It's just not a bad setup. It's a good setup. The dollar just hit the supply, right? Um, but the thing is that if I don't hit the target before 10, my trade could get really screwed, right? And slippage and so on. So I'd rather just wait for the. If I were trading just one account, I wouldn't mind, but I'm trading few accounts. Now, tick chart looks pretty nice. Tick chart looks pretty nice for the long. So 2 minutes. The news report just took me out of this trade. I mean, that made me not taking this trade. I would have been long right now at 24 3/4. 30 seconds. And one scenario that could happen is to either way, to either side, like a break, a retest of these highs and continuation, or to the other side the same way, right? So let's pay attention to these price patterns. There we go. Ooh. There's a lot of volatility right there. See that? Oof. That's actually not good. We were expecting 10 million and we got 10.7 million. That is actually not good. I think that is a catalyst for a negative reaction on the market. But let's see. Oh my God. And the initial reaction is actually negative, very negative. So we pretty much have a clean rest of the day, what refers to economic reports coming out. Yeah. So the scenario of the short just played out right here. Came down, retested this area, and then it's dropping. But let's see if we can find some opportunity. I think the main zone is right here. Okay, we never got to this level after the news. ADQD, again, I'm saying it is giving up a little bit, but it's not much. It's just sideways. The dollar just came to fill the entire supply. Now I won't rely into this supply. It's not the best one. Wow. Yeah, I wasn't expected those numbers. It looks like the Fed has zero influence on the labor market. Damn. They're gonna end up breaking something. All right, I do have this too. Actually, this. All right, so we are approaching to the um, overnight low. That overnight low probably will give us some push to the upside. Yeah, also tick chart is diverging again to the long side. It's 1002. So 1002 is right here. It's 2 minutes for the 7 minute. Wow, the dollar blew out the supply. And it was expected, right? It was not a high quality supply. So let me get rid of this. Okay. And let's wait for the one. The one is 111.26, 111.26. I started trading 5 years ago. 5 years ago. So no push from this. No push from this. Let's see if we can trade this one at least. But yeah. See if we can trade this one at least. It's not ideal, the location. It's not ideal. How much is a 2-to-1? Where is a 2-to-1? Yeah, the tick chart is not there. Yeah, let's wait for the right one. It's 5:30. So 5:30, it'll be here. I would rather like 500. Let me see if I have something around here. 500. Yeah, 504. Right there, 504. Do you feel like NQ will somewhat recover after Tuesday? What do you mean? After today is Tuesday, right? So we do have FOMC tomorrow. I was expecting a choppy market. Now this news report that came out, that is some catalyst for the market. Now the dollar is back at the supply from yesterday. It's just reaching the supply. That will tell me that the market might go up, but that news that came out now is very, 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 very bearish. So that's a very negative news, right? Even though the report came good, that will put the Fed in like hawkish mode. After Wednesday, I don't know. Just want to see this. Like it's not 100% relevant for our day trading, but just to have an outlook of the probability of the basis point that they're going to. Oh, there you go. It dropped from 13.5 to 10%. So the 50 basis points. So it's gaining more strength, the 0.75%, which is the most likely scenario. But I don't know. I think the rallies right now, every rally is just investor thinking that the Fed is gonna U-turn. it's not to us to interpret right, but there's no basis for the rally other than, all right, the Fed is gonna turn around and at least pause, right? I don't think pause will make the market to go up. I think it's a stimulation, like QE is what makes markets to go up. All right, so the dollar is in supply. Let me show you this. The dollar reached the supply from yesterday. See? All right, this is the supply. This entire gray area from here to here is the supply. Now, we never got to the demand. I'm impressed right here. I'm impressed. We never got to this demand. And we rallied on here. This 461 is getting better, but we never got it here. So it's getting better right now. It's getting a lot better, this 461. Just because we do have some more profit potential to the downside. We already broke all these pivots from yesterday. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so these are gone. So this is another area that I want to pay attention to. All right, so here is 394. I wouldn't buy right now. I just want the dollar to come back a little bit. Right, come back a little bit to grab some more orders here at probably 111.20. The dollar is back to the blue line. Markets were 1.5% up. Now they are negative. They are negative. All right, here we're starting to see some formations. Like we do have this explosive accumulation just being created right here. So the more time prices spent here, the less likely for it to work. On this one, yeah. No, this is not gonna work. So ideally is this formation and then a reaction to the upside. Oh, gotcha. It's hard to know. Tomorrow, anything could happen. What if this guy comes out very dovish, like, all right, we're gonna pause and we're gonna, I think we already accomplished what we needed, but it's not very likely that he's gonna say that. But what if he says that? Everything would change. Like no area of demand or supply will hold right there. Like everything is gonna be blown. All right, so here was the yesterday's here was yesterday's area to buy. This one is already tested. This demand is already tested, so I'm not taking this thing. Ideally, 461 is a good supply. At this point is well, it's 70 points. Let's see if we can get a rally from here. Let's see if we can get a rally from here to here. So we short from here. All right, let's take a look at the internals. ADQD now is giving up some from 2000 to 1000. Tick chart is diverging again to the long side. Tick chart is diverging again to the long side. I don't know, for me to take a long right there, right here, I will have to see some demand being created right here, and I don't have anything. Like I did have this created yesterday, right here, from here to here. Is if something is created here, I will take the long, but I won't take this area. It's already tested. So this is my trade from the ES yesterday. This area, 377.75. That was the same area. I had this area here yesterday, and it worked to the upside. So prices came like almost the entire zone. So if it's below 50% of the zone, it's a no-no for me. But look, the dollar is back at the same supply. Yeah, I actually did not see the short. I did have some supply areas right there, but actually I didn't take anything because I was waiting for the jobs report to come out. So I'm not even thinking about if I missed a trade or no. Yeah, the move happened, but I didn't have any way to enter that move, so I'm not feeling bad. Yeah, it did happen, but if you don't have a way, like a high probability way to get in, how are you gonna get in? Like you can have a lucky day and make money today, but tomorrow they're gonna like they're gonna break you, right? So that's why I don't care that it moved. All right, so the dollar is in supply. The dollar is in supply. Ideally, we will have to go after longs, right? But I want to go either to a lower time frame. I want to go to a 1 minute chart and see where I can buy the dollar, meaning where I can short these equity markets. And that is here. That might be here 111.24. 111.24. Okay, 111.24. So the supply is not fresh. The demand is not fresh. That means that we might have a break on the dollar. If we have a break on the dollar, we'll have a break on the equity markets. So the thesis of 461 is not bad. That's nice. That's nice, Yin Lee. It looks like this thing is gonna go without me. It's okay. Um, I think buyers disappeared. There's no more buyers. Here's the deal, like location wise, this is awful. And sometimes I all right, let's see if we can have the buying pressure from this demand. I hope we have it so we can short this thing here. There we go. Those are the same buyers from yesterday. Hmm. Yeah. Um. Now, you need to have some sort of enhancers that can give you probability on the move, either to the upside or the downside. Now, look, the dollar. Look, the is so straightforward. I know it's not easy to see, but it's straightforward. Um, Here, this level and this level from yesterday. Here, both times the dollar was in the same level. Both times the dollar was in the same level, right? I think the momentum is to the short side, but for me to take a short, it has to be here, 461. This 435 is not bad, but there's no profit potential for me. Let me see. Let me see if I put this one. What's the meaning to find a good area if you don't have how to profit? Like 3, especially after this move. See that? Whereas here, probably 3.7. If I put here is 3. See that? 3.8. Here the correct area is this one. It gives me 5. It gives me 5. So one more minute for the 7-minute. Yeah, sellers are dominating. All right, so the 7-minute is gonna close in 15 seconds. I might not take any trade today. If this thing just keep dropping, every time it drops more, the less likely that I'm gonna take a trade. I might take a counter trend trade for today, meaning if I take a long, but the long has to be a lot lower. Like this 375 is 377 is already tested. And it didn't create anything on the way up. It did not create anything on the way up. It just a bunch of candles. Just all legs. So the tick chart created a high, right? And the high is what time was this? So the short is not a bad choice right here. Okay, so this is the high on the tick chart. So it's creating some divergence, okay? It does have a divergence to the downside on the tick chart. But for it to be meaningful, it has to come to this level. And the dollar is still in supply, so there's more upside probably. So dollar continues to go up. So this area, even though is not a good location, it is working for now. It's not a good location, but structurally it was pretty good. Probably the next 7 minutes is going to be my short. All right, so if the dollar just comes back down and this thing is still in this area, I will take it from here. But I need the dollar to come back. Yeah, could be. Um, it's very choppy though. So at this point, the 7 minute is 3 minute old. 3 minutes old. Might as well wait for the next one. Now this trader was showing some divergence on the tick chart, but the dollar was not in position. Like the dollar was still in the supply. It just worked. ADQD was perfect. Now tick chart is exhausted to the downside. So for now would have been how much? 2.5. Yeah. Yeah, dollar is breaking big time. So I want to go to the 3 minute just to see what I missed in the dollar. Yeah, I was too strict in the dollar. That was too much from my end. It is what it is. So this is a trade that I missed. It's not good. But I rather just missing trades than taking bad trades. Yeah. So now at this point, I'm so I'm a bit disappointed because I did wanted to take this one, but the dollar was so close to my blue line. I was probably too strict. Like here, this is the 1 minute. So here's my blue line. I was expecting the dollar to come to the blue line and then I will activate that order right there. But look what happened. It came so close. And at this point, I got nothing to do. Like, literally. Like, I'm not gonna just jump in. I'm sorry, guys, to disappoint you, but I missed this one. And I'm just not gonna take any crappy trade. I did have the divergence. I did have the dollar was so close. What indicators? I don't have any indicators. So this supply was good. Look at that. It's pushing prices down big time. Risk and reward indicators? No, this is. Do you mean this? the trade panel that's called Katana, and I cannot share it. It's a proprietary um, add-on created by a company called Chart Dynamics. It's not for sale yet. It's not for sale. Thank you. The end. Look, the supply is up to this level. Supply is up to this level. I'll show you. Um, Supply is up to this level. So 111.81. But look at this. It has a lot of momentum. Now it's close to yesterday's level where it started to drop. But at this point, this supply probably will not work. It's yet to see. So next up, it'll be 111.74 right here. Mom, what do you mean, Jinling? What a fixed level? Now at this point, I did have this short. I completely missed it. I was expecting this thing to go to the 461. But this area was not bad. Actually, I thought into putting the order here, but I was waiting for the dollar to give me the entry. The dollar came shy from the entry, but it is what it is. I just missed it, right? Sometimes I missed a lot of trades, guys. But this is going to go to my records, though. This trade is going to go to my records. So I try not to miss it next time. I don't understand your question, Jingling. Adjust the level slightly instead of staying at the fixed level. What do you mean if it broke the level a little bit to the downside and then I do assume that it'll work again? No, it's actually that's a good question. It's actually a cocktail of some things happen at the same time. So one thing that could tell you in advance that you can get ready, right, is the the tick chart divergence. When you have a divergence, you can start getting ready. Okay, so I'll show you what happened here. Okay, so you guys see this. All right, let me move this here. Let me see if you got it. Yes. So this is the tick chart. So this high happened at 10:22. 10:22 here. You see it, right? Now the next high happened here at 10:35, right? And this pivot happened here at 10:31. So let's go here. 10:22, 22, 31, 35. 22, right? 25. Where is 25? Right here. So it makes no sense. This one you don't consider it because it's actually a lower high. So let me get rid of this one. Doesn't make sense for us to see it. Okay, and then 35. Okay, so 35 is right here. This is the high. All right, so you can notice this, right? You can see this going up, right, into the supply, when this thing is just not making new highs. Okay, so actually I was watching that. I was watching this new high right here, and I said, all right, this thing just did not go through, right? Still a lot lower in the tick chart. So I might put the order, right? I might put the order here. So the order was not here. The order is down here, 435. But I'll tell you, I'll be honest to you. I'll be honest with you. Like, this was a chart that prevented me to take that trade. I was expecting the dollar to drop to this level, this blue line. You see how close it is? But if you figure, like, yeah, that's the real demand. This is the real demand. This is the real level for me. But it happened to bounce from this one, the rally-based rally, right? I mean, I cannot, like, what else can I think? Like, yeah, it didn't get to my level. But it was a good trade anyway. It was a good trade. I could have taken it, right? Would have gotten to my target in no time. Very fast. But it is what it is. I need to learn from it. And this is going to be to my missed trades in the H1, so I can see it again. So the dollar has to be there at the same time. It's hard for the dollar to be inside, and then you will have time to make the decision, right? If I were taking like 50 points, 100 points areas, then I would say, yeah. Also, you will have time to make the decision. But I'm taking barely 15 points areas, right? So 15 points in the NQ is we could check the ATR, but I guess it's like the 3-minute or 2 minutes ATR. Uh, 435 to 438. Sorry, to 448. $43.75. Oh yeah, you got it here. $43.75. Yeah, like right underneath the overnight low. So why I chose this area, right? First of all, you have the break, the overnight low, right? These are the overnight low traders that were trying to push this thing to the upside, but sellers were stronger. So all these buyers right here were losing money while while these while prices were here. Okay, they all were underwater. Um, so this demand, right? Even though this demand was important for me yesterday, is not today because it's already tested. And this reaction to the upside is actually good for the short. This was a sort of a vacuum price action behavior. Like if there were not many buyers here, but instead of buyers, like the sell orders were up here, right? So prices had to come to the level, right? Also, if it doesn't create any demand here, meaning a rally or a comeback, a double bottom, those sort of patterns, I don't consider this to be a very good demand area, right? Now, it's bouncing off of this because this is the original. But here, there's nothing. See that? Yeah, it bounced from here. But it could be the same market dynamics that, all right, we're selling a little bit here, then let it go back to our area, sell a little bit more, and then, okay, it came back to our area again. Now push all the orders, right? Now at this point, that interpretation of me, my interpretation of this move is sellers were here and they pushed all the orders. Like, I don't care, just fill me in or fill me out, right? Sell everything. So here is this type of movement. Now, this type of movement to the downside is the same as this one. It can be reversed in no time. Now, if you're in the trade, you want this, right? You want this because this will get you to the price target faster. But in reality, this type of move can be reversed in no time. There's no formations here. Oh, let me catch up with the chart. Yeah, I didn't take it because I push it out. No, the reality is this. I was waiting the dollar to hit this blue line in this drop, right, for a continuation to the upside. That was the, and I was saying it. Like, if you check the video back, I would say, like, all right, if the dollar gets to this blue line, I will activate the order. And prices were still here. Prices were still inside this area. So I did have time. I did have 3 minutes to make the decision. But the dollar didn't reach my blue line. Sometimes I make these mistakes. I'm very rigid with my rules sometimes. And this happens. Now, on the long haul, overall, I think being rigid with my rules makes me better than worse. So I will stick with it until I develop some sort of, I don't know if you can call it sixth sense or intuition, right? And just take the risk. But I don't have that now. So I want to be rigid with my rules. And the worst part of missing this trade is I will not have any short. I will not have any short. This movement here, ugly. There's no short for me here. So I might stay put the rest of the day. Sadly. But look, it's fine. Like, I'd rather miss a trade than taking like bad trades. Okay? If I'm gonna take a trade and I lose a trade, is because it was the right setup. Okay? I want to be very firm with it. M1. All right. Yeah. Now I have the time. All right. So this is the. All right. Do you see the? All right. Do you see the 500 volume, right? Before I go to the 1 minute. So you have a drop. Now buyers trying to push prices off of the overnight low, right? These buyers push the price here. We didn't get to the supply that I put here, and then we blew to the downside. Okay. So this is the geometry that I was looking at. A double bottom, and then boom, a break from there. Okay. Now let's go to the 1 minute. No, I can do this here. It has to be here. What is this? 500. Yeah, but this is the NQ. So if I were looking at the 1 minute, do you see how I would have gotten a lot bigger zone for me? It would have been this one, but I wouldn't have any retest to activate my zone. So I'm gonna delete this one, and I would have considered this entire area, right? And just because is the overnight, because this sort of pattern, the drop base drop, it happens along the chart. Like there are millions of this. Okay, so where it is, okay, is the overnight, right? And then we blew through the overnight. But if you remember what I've said about how do I consider my areas, they have to be something. All right, what is going on? Oh, there we go. They have to be rally, base, rally, rally. Okay, or a drop, base, and a drop, right? So you have this drop, base, drop. Let me get rid of this one. But I do require this. Boom. Prices to come inside, and then a continuation to the downside. And you don't have that here. Or at least you might have, but the 1 minute eliminates all the noise. Drop, base, drop, yeah. You can find an enter chicken. Okay, cool. But the thing is the retrace, the retest. That is a must, right, for me. So let's go back to the 500, right? Let's go back to the 500, and you know it is this entire area, right? This is the entire area that you chose on the 1 minute, right? But if you see here, you have this dot coming out of the area, and then this little wick coming right back up. Okay, so this wick is what tells me, all right, this area is pretty strong to the downside. So this was my original area right here. I know to eyeball these things is probably not as easy for you as it is for me, but I've been watching these areas for years now, and I do have this. I developed this. I don't know that this advantage that I see them easily, right? See that? And then actually then later is better because prices trying to push up, not even close. Here it came so close, so that tells me, oh my god, this is a good area. Okay, it's a very good area. And look, it could have failed. Actually, my favorite was this one, 461. But everything was in sync right here. Is that clear, Snake? Thank you, brother. No problem. Um, on the for day trading, I mean, I've come to the conclusion that for day trading you need a lot of noise, right? And try to adapt to work with the noise, unless if you are willing to risk like larger areas. But when you risk larger areas, it's hard to get the risk and reward in day trading. It's not easy. Like even that 1 minute, 1 minute, right? You if it's 30 points, aiming for 3 to 1 is 90. It's a lot, right? Even though the market is moving, but figure this: how probable is for you to hit a 90 point trade every day? Is hard. Whereas if you go 30, 40 points, it's a lot closer, right? Let's say the ATR is 500 points. Can you grab 10%? 10 to 20% is something that is I have found doable. Like more than that is very hard. So it's 11 o'clock, 11:06. I'm gonna be very frank with you. I got nothing. Like I do expect the market to continue to the downside. If it bounce, I might look at it again. But for now, it's healthier for me to think that I'm not gonna trade. I'm coming in a few minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. All right. New coffee. So you guys trading crude oil? Let me go check it. Check crude oil. So you sure from where? Soccernatic? Oh, probability of the 50 basis point is actually below 10%. It's coming down. So we'll have 0.75%. I'm going to live stream that event tomorrow, like the one that last time. I don't know if you guys were with me, but I transmitted that live. I just put the Powell speech and we comment. I like that I like the macro talks. So I'll tell you what. I like this. Let's try to validate this. Okay? Let's try to validate this. So what was the low on the tick chart? Oh, 42. Ooh. 42. Where was it? Nice. All right, so we do have divergence. We do have some divergence here. Do have some divergence here. This is 500. There we go. This one is the one that I need to look at. So I actually like this to the long side. I do like this to the long side. It depends. Like, do you see this one? The 342? That was fresh from yesterday. That is a completely fresh zone from yesterday. Look at this. Yes, sorry, not yesterday. I think it was a few days ago. This is from... remember the concept of freshness. I'm going to come up with a lot of videos, educational videos, evergreen videos, what how they call it now, like evergreen videos about my trading system. I will come up with that. So that is what I call freshness. Freshness means that prices, that it created the zone and never came back into it. Okay, that is freshness. So this zone at 342 is fresh, was fresh. Right now it came close. I don't think it actually touched the area. No. So here's the deal. The dollar is dropping from there. So I need the dollar to hit fresh supply if I want to take this thing long. does not look pretty to the long side. Yes. So if the area is fresh, I will take it. Second times, if I were to take a trade second time, meaning I took this one and it stopped me at break even and it came back, I would do that. I would do that depending on the environment. Probably my timing was not the best at the time that I took the first trade. And then I'm going to retake it. Probably everything is aligned at the time. All right. Like, okay, tick is now, a dollar is now, so and so on. So on and so forth, okay? All right, what do we have here? Extreme on the tick chart. And the dollar's dropping. That's not good about the dollar. I don't want the dollar dropping. I want the dollar to stay up. I actually want the dollar to stay up. Now, is a long a high probability? Is not. Is not. But and now the ADQD is coherent to the short side. Still on the positive numbers. But when the dollar is like this, we might have some more downside. Like the dollar dropping and this thing dropping. No bueno. So the divergence is right there. Still, it hasn't been broken. But what that means is that probably it's not this one. Probably is actually this one, the 342. We don't know, right? We need the dollar in supply. So what do we need for the long? US dollar in supply, right? Tick uptrend or divergence to the upside, right? What else? What else? Can you guys tell me? What else do you need for a long trade based on my system? ADD coherent. What else? What else? Location, like real estate. Location. Okay. Is this a good location? Yeah, it is. Do we have the dollar in supply? We do have the dollar in supply, but it's already tested. So that's like a 50%. Tick uptrend? Absolutely not. But we do have some divergence to the upside, meaning it's not making new lows while this thing is making new lows. ADD coherent? No, but is on the positive side of the chart. Okay? And then location. You were late, MB. You were late today, brother. Yeah, absolutely. Some setting. Yeah, I went to OTA. Do you know OTA, Michael? Michael Five Aces. Do you know OTA? I think the concept is great, but they missed a lot of things, and they create some expectations for you to. And I understand they want to sell classes, and that's their business model: sell more classes. But they could help a lot more people if they are a bit more truthful. Yeah, no, they're nationwide. They're big. They are big. Um, I gotta give credit to who deserve credit. I think Sam Satan deserve the credit of me acknowledging that whatever I learned um is off of his sessions. Whatever I really learned in OTA was off of his sessions, but he was not clear enough for me to understand that. So I had to come up with I had to literally decipher his zones, like grabbing his zones and like dissecting that in multiple time frame until I found the pattern. Yes, he doesn't say anything. Like he doesn't give you real meat in those FX live streams, the webinars. Yeah, no. Actually, in the mastermind group that I was part of, he doesn't give you much either. Like he will give you the zones and he will give you a brief explanation, but if I were explaining supply and demand, like any of you guys know the concept, right? That's what he but he used to put his zones and I used to go lower in time frame. I put him in my charts and I would go for like every time frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 25, 27, 23, until I found the pattern, right? He is originally from the Midwest, Chicago, I think, but OTA is from California, Irvine, Irvine, I think. All right, right now it's chop fast. And it makes sense, right? Like we had the move and then we're waiting for tomorrow's trading session. So let me see. This is 11:20, 11:20. Yeah, I think actually it went up a little bit. Right now it's 90.2. 87.5. Yeah. Oh, it was 90.2. Now it's 87.5. Yeah, we will have a rating, but that is already baked in for me. For me, that is already baked in. Yeah, go ahead. Shoot, Snake. Actually, a complete course. Yes. I do have one strategy to try to grow this channel, right? Now, I'm gonna be very very frank. Like, I'm focused 100% in the trading, right? So I can improve my trading. And in in parallel, I can grow the channel. Um, I will probably put a video once a week regarding strategy, and that probably is not what you are expecting, Snake. Over time, it will increase in views without a need to update. Meanwhile, you continue to create content apart from what you want. Yes, but I probably will do it. I will do it in order, meaning from the most basic steps to the most advanced things that I do in my trading. Um, like I don't care to give you my secret, my secret sauce, because I know I was different at the beginning. I was like, damn, I developed this. I don't want nobody to have it. But I'll tell you, I could give you my secret sauce. You see it every day. But if you don't have the mindset, it won't matter. You will screw it up anyway. Um, so matter of fact, I think who was it that I was? Who was it that I asked by my? I think it was you, soccer, like the supply and demand. Yeah, the supply. I showed to you how I validated my supply. I don't care, like, but the but if you don't have the mindset, is the same. No, I do think the a trading course it'll grow my channel in views big time. Um, but I'm gonna have to do it because I don't have the time. I'm gonna have to do it step by step. I think one video a week for from my strategies is a good pace, and probably it'll take me the rest of the year or probably into January, like 8 to 10 videos to trying to complete everything. Mm-hmm. Yes, and you know what? I understand the way yeah, it is. It is a lot of work, but I'm willing to put the work. It'll make me good though, so I can go back to the basics and refresh all the concepts, right? Sometimes I get caught in whatever I'm doing, and I forget things, right? And when I review a trade, I say, "Damn, you didn't pay attention to this." Um, so I think it's good in a sense that will bring me back to the basics. Yeah. If I don't make evergreen videos, like videos that you guys can come back or a new guy can go and check my those concepts, nobody's gonna watch me for 3 hours here. You guys know me, but you have been with me for probably 1 or 2 months now, so you know how I trade. But a new guy who's desperate to get information about trading is not gonna find too much in my channel. Um, unless he spends unless he spends 3 hours, right? So that's the but look, I understand, Edgar's, that you will, and you've been with me a couple weeks or 3 weeks, I don't know, and you're probably investing your time here, right? Getting better. But if you don't come every day, you're not gonna learn anything. Like, you gotta come every day and be consistent. But the majority of people getting into trading, they want the red pill. They want the quick fix. They want the backdoor entry. And it ain't like that. It's consistent work. It takes time. But so my point is that if I want to attract more people to my channel, inevitably I will need to give them that red pill, in a sense that I will teach you how to do stuff, right? Even if I know that it won't work for you because you need some mindset work, and I will say that in every video. Like, I will share this thing, but if you don't have the mindset, it's impossible for you to achieve goals, right? With whatever information that I'm giving to you. But certainly, more people will come to the channel. And I say that because I was one trying to get the back door. I want one person just try to get the magic pill here. Like, all right, just give me, tell me what I have to do in order to make money every day. Uh, it's hard work, guys. Hard work. Look, you and Stack are in the same bucket, but bro, you need. I want to grow. I just want to stay like in 1,000 subscribers and stuff. Like, no, I'm gonna do stuff to grow. Now, Edgar's, you're late to the party. I have 4 founders. um, and B, look at this. The dollar is still in supply, but the supply is tested. So until it gets to the 73, 111.73 to 74, it's hard. I was looking at the long. Here, but in reality, it's not high prob. So now the tick chart has no divergence, MB. Tick chart is just making new lows. It did have some divergence to the long side, but sellers are dominating big time. No problem. And ADQD consistently going down. They're very, very coherent to the downside, even though it's on the positive side. Like the majority of the stocks in the NQ index are going up. Now, if you go to the ES, it's another story. The ES, the majority of them are going down, right? But I figure because of that, because of the NQ, you have, well, Apple is minus 2%. Microsoft, -1. Meta is up, actually. What the fuck? Netflix is down, but flat. What the fuck is this? Drop. Goodyear. Wow, Goodyear is dropping big time. Amazon, -5%. Google, -3. Redfin. Wow, Redfin is gonna go to 0. Look at this shit. Like 95% drop. What is going on? Cheesecake Factory is -4%. And then you have Uber, Carvana, SoFi, Piton. All these sorry, this is not a meme, but all these high risky companies are going up big time. Short covering might be. Uber, I think Uber reported today, or is going to report tomorrow. Uber, no, yeah, they reported already. SoFi reported is going up. Well, I do agree with you. I don't know 10,000, but a lot of time in the charts gives you pattern recognition abilities. For those who don't want the channel to grow, um, here's the bad news. If I don't grow it, I'm gonna close it. Not because I'm gonna quit, but I think it has its purpose, right? Um, I don't think I do think I can grow it, but I need to put some more effort into it, like preparing those videos. In the meantime, I get better at trading, and I will share more experience and knowledge that I acquire, along the journey. um, yeah, but look, I need to grow it first and then have a strategy later, depending on how the growth goes and how I can handle it too. I think it's a good experience for me. It has made me grow big time regarding my character and to understand that people has have different opinions and just to practice acceptance and understand that not everyone is going to like whatever I do, and I will have to endure some critics. That has helped me big time, the YouTube, even as small it is. um I've had people just criticizing me, and I understand they're free to do it, right? I've used those experiences so I get better at acceptance and just building up a good character myself. Thank you, MB. Thanks for sharing. I have no idea. Probably 1 to 2 years ago. Yeah, I want to have a realistic expectation about YouTube. 1 to 2 years, I think, is a good time. So this channel was founded in April. Next April is gonna be 1 year. April or May, like by the end of the April, I'll have 1 year. So this time, this is another like project that I've have this YouTube. Um, when I started, when I got into trading, I just had such an unrealistic expectations, right? So I don't want to have that. I'm taking it seriously and slowly building it up, right? Without thinking that I want to have I don't know, like 1 mil subscribers right now. Like first of all, I wouldn't know how to handle that amount of people right in my chat. So I think it's slowly I build more experience and then it'll grow. But I need to grow with it. So I'm gonna close the live stream in 10 minutes. I don't think there is much here that I can look at. Like the long is not there anymore. We have a brand new low on the tick chart, and the dollar is still within the supply. Just right now, it's chop in the dollar. So you have your channels, Snake. I started last month or so, and we're only 6 10 down since last week. I or two. I have seen average of 20 plus. So you do a live stream on your trading, Snake Trader. Is that your channel? What time it is, so I can look at it. Oh, okay. No, I've had as much as 48 people. And I'll tell you what, when I have 48 and it's not the regular people, I get a little bit, nervous. I'm not a speaker. I'm not a guy that have some experience with that. But when the audience grow, you get a little bit more, you know. Yeah, right now 20 is a minimum. Yeah, 20 is minimum. I've had as much as 48. But like I said, if I don't do this evergreen content, I just bought yesterday a template on Notion. I don't know if you guys use Notion. So I can get more organized around this. Yeah, a little bit of more people, more pressure. But guess what? Is making me better. Yeah, I could feel pressure in the short term, like here, but I rather uh uh get more resilient with that pressure because my training is gonna get a lot better. Like if you see myself 8 months ago, I couldn't trade in front of anyone, and I had George right next to me, but he was not watching my trades. I would from now and then I would tell him, all right, I'm long or I'm short, and we share each other. But like people watching my screen at all times, it has made me a lot more resilient. I mean, when I say that is that I make decisions based on my analysis and not caring about number one, the outcome, and number two, what other people will say. So the YouTube is doing its job there with my trading. And sometimes I am too conservative for the audience. Like people want entertainment, and I'm not entertaining. Like I want to take good trades, and right now this part of the day when I haven't taken any trade, and I'll be honest with you, I might not take any today. If I have a setup in the afternoon, but things will have to change, right? So I'm not entertaining, and the majority of the channels there are entertaining people. Like I've seen traders just put in positions and they're making $100 and then they hit close. That's not trading. That for me, that's not trading. And that's why trading has these connotation or this way of comparison to gambling, because the majority of people, they're gambling, right? They are trading, but they think they're trading. They're gambling, and they don't see the markets the way a professional trader sees it, right? I've seen traders online, like they're like one mini and they're 100 $200 up. Oh no, I'm gonna kill it. So they don't have a plan, they don't have a decision making matrix, they don't have nothing, right? And they still got a lot of subscribers. So I think I do have a lot of room to grow. If people are interested in learning trading, they will come to this channel and they will learn legit trading, like for real, right? Not gambling. And look, I was guilty of gambling in the past. Don't think that I've been trading this way my entire life. Yeah, my wife sometimes is right here. George used to come to this to my house every day too. Oh no, look, we used to trade in a room, so I am part of a trading group out of Boynton Beach. Um, they're pretty nice. There's this place called Gapad. So we're a group of like 20, 30 traders. But I've been trading from home this last 6 months. Yeah, no, I have a lot of people that I know. Well, not a lot, but I do know other traders. So this job is very lonely for the average person, but for me, it hasn't been. I have a group. I have other people that I know, not only online. Like I know them personally, and we have become friends. She does a little bit. Bro, if you ever come back to Florida, you gotta call me. Send me an email, bro. We'll meet. All right, guys. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna close the live stream. Please don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't, and share it to other people so we can grow this channel and help other traders. Can you look the dollar again? It's in supply, George. It is in supply, but I think ultimately it'll hold. Like I do expect the dollar to stay sideways. If the dollar stays sideways right there in supply, we could have a comeback on the market, but it's very choppy. There is no momentum. For me is if we have a new high and then we have some demand right here, I will try the long. But since it's still in this range, it's hard for me to take the long. And if I want to think short, it has to come back to this level. I'll show you real quick. Live trading. There we go. So if it comes to this level, this blue line is 111.74. It's a long. If it comes to this level, 111.39 might be a short. Okay. But for now, if it stays chopping right here, the market will probably go up a little bit. Okay, but there's no momentum. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.